As you navigate your path through life, all that is required is that you take one step at a time. Though hard it may be at times, each day, be committed to show up strong. Some days your strength can look different to other days. Just know this, that whenever you're at your worst, try to look your best. Dress up and face the world. That's the first step towards moving forward. Remember, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with one simple step. Lao Tzu.
Video marketing just got a whole lot better with CG Productions. Our promo videos are guaranteed to captivate your audience and drive results. Say hello to more traffic.
Don't settle for ordinary marketing materials. Choose CG Productions for extraordinary results.
At the Vallejo Experience, your total wellness is our concern. We offer professional counseling for a variety of life's personal and corporate challenges, including grief, bereavement, and post-traumatic stress. Our corporate packages also include competitive coping strategies, individual and group dynamics, professional development, and retreats. Perhaps you just need a wellness assessment or some help understanding who you are to restore your emotional balance. Whatever your emotional needs, remember, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Take that step with the Vallejo Experience. Talk to a specialist today. Call us at 1-784-498-7772 or visit our website at www.vallejoexperience.com.
Hi, guys, and welcome again to our One Step podcast episode. I am extremely excited this afternoon just to share with you my special guest. I'm Dr. Jozelle Miller here in lovely St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and I want to encourage you to call your friends, call your family, especially parents. If you have children between the age of 10 to 18, definitely you will want to be a part of this conversation today with my phenomenal guest. I am going to, basically introduce him. But even before we get into that, we want to go back and take a moment just to big up our sponsors. And when we come right back, you'll meet my special guest.
Gest Kentreal Kydd.
Attention all business owners. Are you tired of ineffective marketing strategies? Look no further. CG Productions is here to revolutionize your marketing game. We offer quality flyers, promotional videos, audio production, and other marketing materials that will set you apart from the competition. Say goodbye to mediocre marketing and hello to stunning, professional materials that will capture your audience's attention. Visit us online today at CG Productions to see what we can do for your business. Quality marketing materials, guaranteed. CG Productions, your marketing solution.
At the Vallejo Experience, your total wellness is our concern. We offer professional counseling for a variety of life's personal and corporate challenges, including grief, bereavement, and post-traumatic stress. Our corporate packages also include competitive coping strategies, individual and group dynamics, professional development, and retreats. Perhaps you just need a wellness assessment or some help understanding who you are to restore your emotional balance. Whatever your emotional needs, remember, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Take that step with the Vallejo Experience. Talk to a specialist today. Call us at 1784-498-7772 or visit our website at www.vallejoexperience.com. At the Vallejo Experience, your total wellness is our concern.
Location of sunset shows in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. It is a beautiful ambience, and we want to just simply say thank you to the management and staff of Sunset Shows for allowing the One Step podcast to be able to host their episode here. If you're new to this channel, I just want to let you know that the One Step podcast is basically where persons are going to be sharing testimonies of basic situations that they would have overcame. It's going to highlight their resilience. It's going to highlight their ability to push through the hardships. And today, I have a special friend that I would have met 3 years ago, just about. And when I met Kentreal, I met him in my capacity as health psychologist at the Milton Cater Memorial Hospital. And we're going to dive into his story shortly. But before we do that, let me just simply introduce Kentreal Kydd. And hi, Kentreal.
Hi,
How are you?
I'm doing good.
Okay, good. Thank you so much for agreeing to be a part of this podcast today. And just to start off, I want to ask Kentreal just to tell you guys a bit about himself.
Well, my name is Kentreal Kydd, as Dr. Muller said. I am 16 years old. I attend the Central Reward Secondary School. I am a para swimmer of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And yeah,
Okay, so he's a para swimmer. But before we get into the fact that he is now representing St. Vincent at the Paralympics, we want to talk about his story, the backdrop of why he's actually here with us today. So, about 3 years ago, Kentreal, something significant happened in your life. Tell us a bit about that.
well, I had stage 2 cancer in my left leg named osteosarcoma. Well, I got through it with the grace of Dr. Miller's help and through the grace of God. And yeah, everything is going well for me right now.
Okay, so osteosarcoma. And being 13, when you were told that you were diagnosed with stage 2 cancer, give us an idea as to what happened at that time. How did you take the news?
Well, I thought it was over for me. Like, I didn't have a life to live anymore. But with the encouragement of my siblings, especially my sister, she was there for me the whole time. Yeah, with the encouragement and inspiration of them, I got through it. And yeah, they helped me out a lot.
Okay, I remember one of the conversations you would have had, even whilst you were diagnosed and you were obviously at the point where you were grieving, having lost, or being told that you're going to lose the life that you would have anticipated having, and you were told that you're going to have to amputate your leg. One of the conversations we had, you were still bent in your mind that you wanted to get baptized, right? And you would have used your faith back then as a point of helping you. Tell me, in terms of applying your faith as a young man, 13 years old, how did that work for you?
Well, I can't describe how it worked out, but yeah.
So you use a what? Prayer, reading the Bible, going to church. What did you do?
Well, I prayed most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
I go church like on Sundays with my dad because I couldn't went on my own knowing I had very bad pain in my leg. So me and my dad used to go to church, sing some praise unto the Most High. And yeah.
So tell us a little bit about what happened that brought you to the doctor in the first place.
Well, I went in 2020, no, in 2019, I went for a job at a bakery. And then I got a bit privileged and went bike riding with the boss grandkids. And then I hit my knee and I took it for granted because when I was much younger, I fall off bikes many times and nothing never happened that tragic. But so I didn't take it for anything. And then when I started back school, I started limping a lot. And then I told my mom to carry me to the doctor. And when she did, the night they admitted me the same time. And then the next day, they did a biopsy on me. And then when the results came back, I found out I had cancer. The two doctor me and Doctor Miller broke the news to me, and then from that.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It was definitely a hard conversation, and I did not take any pleasure in giving you such bad news. But even amidst all of that, your tears and everything, you were still very positive. You know, you still um, felt within yourself that you could have pushed through. And I am so proud of where you are today. And then, having heard that you have cancer, and you have now to go through the fact that you have to amputate the leg and then you had to do chemotherapy, right? Give us an idea as to how that was. How did you prepare for the whole surgery and then moving on from there?
Well, at first I was rebellious. I didn't want to do it, and then with my dad sitting down to me and talking to me, say that Kentreal, you will lose your life if you just keep this on you, and those stuff. So I just made up my mind that what have to be done should be done. Yeah, I got through it.
Yeah. Was it hard?
Well, not really. With the mindset I had, I I did everything the way I trust the process that God did
Okay.
because God had this in mind, and yeah, it really inspired me a lot that God did all this for me.
Hmm.
And no, He could have taken my life at any moment, but no, He gave me a second chance to go out and do the mission that He sent for me.
Yeah.
And I really want to thank you a lot, God, for all
Mhm.
these stuff that you have done for me over the past years.
Good stuff. So we're going to pause again just to hear from our sponsors. And please don't move. We're going to be right back.
As you navigate your path through life, all that is required is that you take one step at a time. Though hard it may be at times, each day, be committed to show up strong. Some days your strength can look different to other days. Just know this, that whenever you're at your worst, try to look your best. Dress up and face the world. That's the first step towards moving forward. Remember, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with one simple step. Lao Tzu.
So we are here with Kentreal Kydd, and he is sharing his inspirational story. At 13 years old, being diagnosed with cancer, he had to undergo an amputation of his left leg, and he is still here today sharing his story, being phenomenal that he is now at the point where he is actually representing St. Vincent and the Grenadines at the Paralympics. So we want to ask Kentreal a bit more about his journey with cancer. So you said that you had to do chemotherapy. Tell us a little bit about that process.
Well, chemotherapy is basically like I don't know what they call a drip stand, but they get a drip stand with the medication
Mm-hmm.
going through your veins and like it goes all through your body,
Mm-hmm.
cleaning out cleaning out the cancer.
Mm-hmm.
Because the chemotherapy is basically the thing that helps get rid of the
The
cancer.
medicine. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it had a very big impact on me. It made me lose all of my hair,
Mm-hmm.
lost a lot of weight, couldn't eat certain stuff. It was very chemotherapy is the worst part of having cancer.
So tell me, when you lost all of your hair, being 13, I mean, this is a big deal. How did you feel? How did you manage?
Well, I didn't like the public seeing me without my hair, so I would have stayed inside most of the time. And
Mm-hmm.
plus, when you did chemotherapy, it basically weakens your immune system, so I couldn't socialize as much because I could have get sick very easily and things could have get more dangerous than how they already were.
Okay. Right. So, guys, please remember it's interactive. If there's a question or comment or encouragement, anything you want to share with Kentrell, please feel free to do that either on our YouTube channel, The Valerie Experience, or on the Valerie Experience Facebook page. Please feel free to send any comments or questions. So, you were afraid, well, not afraid, but you're a bit uncomfortable coming outside. Did you have friends coming to see you?
Yes, I have this one specifical friend
Mhm.
that we are still close as we were back then. His name is Elron Charles. He goes to the Bishop School. When my knee was swollen and I couldn't walk, he used to come by my house, visit me and do stuff. And then when my leg cut off, like he used to come visit me more than anyone else other than family members.
Okay.
And I really appreciate him for that. And plus, he's still in my life today, makes it more happy for me.
Okay, very good. So it's important to have friends and not just friends, but good friends, people that stick by you even when you're going through a difficult patch. How was it going back to school? How long were you out of school and when did you go back following chemo?
I was out of school for approximately a whole year.
Hmm.
And when I went back, most of my friends were happy to see me. They haven't seen me for a long time, and when they did, I was greeted by many hugs and kisses. Like, yeah, so but a lot of them was glad for me, and even my teachers, they were happy for me that I came back to school because when I was in hospital, I was like, I don't want to go back to school because
Hmm.
of my physical state and those stuff. And my mom was like, you have to go back to school. We can do stay home and they sit down now, I do not know. And then I decided that I will go back and take in the education.
And how has it been since going back?
Well, it have been great. I have been getting my grades up,
Uh-huh.
focusing top of the class.
Oh, very
Yeah.
good.
And my mom is proud of me and my dad as well because seeing that I go through this whole process and I came back and still doing the stuff that I'm supposed to do, they're very happy for me.
And you are a peer counselor, you said at your school?
Yes, I'm a fair counselor.
And what do you do as a peer counselor?
Well, I haven't started doing any talking with people one on one yet since I have just started being a peer counselor. I'm still in training. Yeah, so when I am a fully paid counselor now, y'all can come talk to me. Tell me what y'all have on y'all mind. I can help you get through it and what you're going through.
So you're definitely a role model.
Yes.
And the students and the teachers, the principal, they all look up to you as someone that has, as basically an example for others to follow. Yeah?
Yeah.
Good job. So tell me something now. Before all of this happened, before you got the diagnosis, before you lost your leg and everything, what would have been your aspirations? What would have been some of the goals or the dreams you had for yourself?
Well, I have wanted to be the first in my between all of my siblings to go to college because none of my mom children they didn't go to college. They just finish school and go looking for a job. But I want to go to college and make my education go further and learn more things about the stuff that the person I want to be in life.
Mhm.
And I can't remember many of my goals knowing they have long gone since I have lost my leg. I have new goals in front of me now, and I'm hoping to achieve them.
And what are some of those new goals?
Well, I am hoping to get a gold medal in the Paralympics and making St. Vincent proud
Yeah.
because like why not? I'm not training just to I'm training to make something of myself
Mhm.
and making myself look good in the eyes of the public.
So, how many tournaments or how many have you taken part in thus far?
Well, I take part in every national competition they have in St. Vincent, but so far I have only traveled to Barbados for one competition before. And hopefully next month I will be traveling to France because I'm supposed to get classified before I can compete in international competitions. So yeah, I will be going to France, speaking. I will be hearing a language I never basically heard or spoken before.
So, there are a lot of positive things that came out thus far since your ordeal. And many times when things happen, because I remember back in the hospital having some conversations with you, and you would not have foreseen all of this. But the thing is, sometimes we just have to trust the process. We have to
Yes.
believe that even though things seems dark and gloomy, that God is still in control and He has a plan that will surpass our own understanding, surpass our own thought process. And Kentreal, I am so, so very proud of you. You will not even imagine. I am super proud of you, and I am happy for where you are now, and even more so for where you are going to go. And not just only in terms of your swimming, but even as your aspirations to go into business. And we're going to talk a bit about that when we come back again from hearing from our sponsors.
Video marketing just got a whole lot better with CG Productions. Our promo videos are guaranteed to captivate your audience and drive results. Say hello to more traffic.
Don't settle for ordinary marketing materials. Choose CG Productions for extraordinary results.
Welcome back to the One Step Podcast. And on this episode, we are featuring the story of Kentreal Kydd. He was 13 years old when he was diagnosed with osteosarcoma stage 2. And following that diagnosis, he would have lost his left leg. But that did not derail him, that did not stop him. It was difficult, but he overcame. And now Kentrell is representing our country, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, at the Paralympics, and he's doing great things. Even in his school, he is now a peer counselor, which says that even when you are daunted, when you're presented with difficult situations, know that you can push through it and you can still come out taking one step at a time towards something new, something uplifting, and something that is going to definitely change your life. So, Kentrell, you mentioned to me that you want to pursue business.
Yes.
Okay. What specific area are you looking at now?
Well, when I was younger, before I lost my leg, I've always wanted to be a businessman, but I didn't specifically had a business that I wanted to to pursue. So now I have started swimming. I was thinking about making swimming brand of my own, goggles, caps. So like if I got retired from swimming a bit early, I can thinking about designing my own stuff.
Oh, okay. I mean, that's a good idea because there are other persons who would benefit from that. And because you have first hand knowledge of what it takes and what is required, then you know how to put in the effort there. Um, so you want to go to college, you are now in fourth form,
Yes.
and then you're going to move on to community college and then hopefully on to university. That's
Yes.
the
I
plan?
yes.
Okay, very good. So I want you now to speak to some of your peers because you would have persons maybe around your age and they may have some difficult situations. And sometimes, children, sometimes teenagers, you tend to say, I just want to die, I want to give up. And, sometimes it seems so trivial, some of the things that they are worried about. But having gone through what you have gone through, what would you say now to any of your peers who might feel like they want to give up on life for any different reason?
Well, there's only one person you could go to, and that's the Most High God. You just have to sit and have a one-on-one conversation with Him, and just reason to Him, and He will understand, and He will find a way to make you feel how to get through certain things and the obstacles in life. Like me, for instance, when I thought I was gonna gone forever from this world, I prayed to God, and He answered my prayers. I prayed to Him and tell Him to let me live, let me not die. And my dad used to give me a specific scripture, but I can't remember it. But in my last interview, he said it, but I can't remember it. He used
I
to give
will
me
live and not die,
yes,
to
that I
proclaim the
shall live and
words.
not
Yeah.
die.
Uh-huh.
And he used to let me say that interview every time I wake up in the morning. And God really let me live and not die. So you should go to God and tell Him to understand what you're going through and help you get through it.
Hmm. What about your parents? Is there anything you'd want to say to your parents publicly?
Well, uh, I just want to say thank you to them for all the stuff they have done for me since I was a little baby boy. And like most parents, when most parents of the world, no, not most, like certain parents of the world, when their children is in this kind of situation, they tend to abandon them, not wanting them anymore. But my parents stood by my side, helped me get through things, and they did accept me for who I am. They didn't change their love for me. They love me the same, and probably even more, because I'm doing stuff that they never dreamed of me doing before. They never imagined I would do.
Yeah.
Yes.
Your perseverance and your willingness to try. And that is one of the things that I really love about you is that even when it seems difficult, you're still willing to try it. And I remember one of your clinic visits when I saw your sister literally, his sister literally took him and put him on her back and carried him to get a van to go home. And I mean, when you have such good family members that love, that care, that consideration, it really goes a long way. And that is one of the things that we want to encourage. Even as you are going through your difficulty, you may not have the family member, you may not have the friend, but even if you have to go to a professional, seek the professional care and guidance, the love, the support from someone else who could feed into your situation in a positive way to help you to start moving again. Don't ever tell yourself that you have to give up. Keep pushing, all right? Keep fighting and understand that, as Kentrell rightly said, that God is able and He can, once you put your faith and your trust and your confidence, that He can turn your situation around. So, Kentrell, even as we're about to wrap up shortly, I want you now to take the time to big up all of your friends and
Yeah.
whomever you want to give a shout out.
Yeah, big up Farm Food Business, that's my class. Big up my class teacher, Miss Brown, and all the teachers and the principal of Central Leeward Secondary School. Big up to Elran, my best friend, basically. From day one, like, yeah, big up yourself, and big up my sister, of course, my back rider. Yeah, she did a lot for me. Literally jump on she back and walk through town, yeah, rig shop, and yeah, big up everybody who is supporting me and wishing the best for me in everything I do. Like Dr. Miller is like one of my number one fans. Like,
For real. I
yeah,
am. Legit.
yeah, I really love all of you. Like, Yeah, if y'all love me too, like, but I still love y'all. Yeah.
So I want to wish you all the best in France next month. I wish I could go with you. I wish you all the best as you upgrade yourself to move on to the next level. And we are going to be listening out for the name Kentreal Kydd. Do not go to sleep on this name. This name is going to be doing great, phenomenal things, not only here in St. Vincent or in the region, but internationally. We are speaking it into being and we are trusting that it is going to happen. So, thank you so much for all who would have joined us today. Thank you for being a part of this podcast conversation. And I want to big up again Sunset Shows, the management and staff of the Sunset Shows Hotel here in Villa St. Vincent and the Grenadines for the beautiful ambience, for allowing us to be here to share this story with you. Please go over to the YouTube channel, subscribe, click like on our Facebook, our IG. Make sure that you are part of the Vallejo family because that is where you're going to hear all of these amazing stories. Kentreal, thank you so much again for being here. It was my pleasure having you.
Yeah, thank you.
So take care. Bye bye.
As you navigate your path through life, all that is required is that you take one step at a time. Though hard it may be at times, each day, be committed to show up strong. Some days your strength can look different to other days. Just know this, that whenever you're at your worst, try to look your best. Dress up and face the world. That's the first step towards moving forward. Remember, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with one single step. Lao Tzu.